What up? What's
What's
happening?
good? What's
IdeaWars,
good, y'all?
back
We at
again,
it.
dropping some knowledge, watching some videos, having some
Some
conversations.
some 21. It's 21. 21,
Well,
21, 21. It's 21. 21 podcast. The
oh yeah,
21st. 21 Savage.
already,
Little
man.
Uzi.
And all of them are at least over an hour. So, I mean, there's probably double that at least. So there's probably close to 40 hours already of us. It's a
Just
lot. Think about when you're almost at 1,000, like Joe Rogan, and all of his go almost 3 hours. So
oh
that's
god.
like 3,000 hours on the air, man. Woo!
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the master at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
So I'm wondering if did you hear any news this weekend?
Did I hear any news this weekend?
Yeah.
That's I'd have to think about that for a minute because yeah, I have a few videos that I want to show that are about different things that I saw this weekend, and
I'm okay. Maybe that's too broad of a question. That's a really broad question. Let me put some detail into that. Did you hear any sad news? I mean, when it came to people in the world, any events that happened? Because I got some to tell you if you haven't.
go ahead, just hit me with it because nothing.
Okay. Turkey got hit late Saturday night, December 10th. All right, 44 people dead.
What?
I got two videos of these that will explain it way better than I can. Way better than I can. So
Good.
I'm not even gonna go there, yo. Y'all gonna hear it from the straight news. All right, straight news. Look, Egypt, 22, at least 22 dead.
Can you share your screen?
Oh, it's just my phone that I got the facts from CNN. It's on YouTube though. I got my videos there. It's one's Turkey president vows revenge. That's the first video. And Serio is the one in Egypt. But not only did Egypt something happened in fucking Somalia. 20 people dead at least, and 15 more injured. Go ahead and click on these videos, and we'll see. Like, that's just crazy. And I got more news on top of that.
Was it a terrorist attack?
Islam. They're not very clear on it, but we all know it's Islam, dog. It's, you know how they poke around it. You'll see how they poke around it. They won't really say
an Asian man, or they're always
You know what it is. You know how it is.
Do you want me to put the video up?
Go ahead, brother. I want you to reveal the truth.
All right. Sounds good to me. Okay. All right. They should be able to see it now.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to hit play here. It's only 18 seconds long. Let's see it.
This is the wrong one, brother. I think you're playing Terrify footage shows team. I'm talking about Turkey's president, first one.
Oh.
Splawy.
Okay, so it's 2 minutes long. Let's peep it out.
All right, so it says it's
No.
I think it says something group. I think it said who actually got them. I might have been wrong. It might have not been Islam, but nevertheless, that's a lot of people, yo. That's still a tragedy.
It's suicide bombers. I mean, it's hard to. I mean,
It's hard to think it's not them, or it has nothing to do with that.
right, and they look like they were Muslims, even that were there praying for the victims and shit, right?
Right.
But the victims were Muslim as well, and that's what I mean. Like, there's a few different main types of Muslim. You know, the Shia and the Sunni.
True.
And ISIS, I think I can't remember which one they are right now. Fucking sorry about that. I think but anyway, they kill all the other group. Like, they hate them, so they're the main victims of terrorism, right? Other Muslims. So
yeah,
there you have it. You know, it's probably the radical ISIS or ISIL, whatever you want to call them, is attacking
them.
You know, yeah, and like, it's sad, man. It's fucking sad.
Watch the Egypt one. Now watch the Egypt one. That's the second.
Let me put it on up her.
My condolences to all those families that lost their innocent people.
Shit breaking my motherfucking heart, dog.
That's just sad, you know.
Can't understand this senseless fucking killing. You know, it's like they don't believe the exact same way as me. I should kill them. I mean,
that sounds fair, I guess, to them.
I don't hate Muslims. I hate Islam. I hate religions at all. They make good people do terrible things and feel good about it. Write their family members off and feel good about it. And stone, honor kill their mothers and their sisters and feel good about it. And if their brother is gay, they take him to the highest building in town and they throw him off of it. And they feel good about it because their religion tells them to feel good about it. That is completely immoral. They have stopped immoral in terms of they are not using their moral faculties. They are immoral. They're letting a book decide for them what's right and wrong. It's fucked.
Yo.
You see, that's what they do. Everyone who doesn't agree with them. And Egypt was recently basically overran by ISIS and shit. It's a largely Muslim country, and like they've taken over that motherfucker. I heard they destroyed a whole bunch of ancient world heritage relics and shit, you know. But that really pisses me off. But obviously, this ridiculous,
tragic, yo.
never-ending supply of people who want to blow themselves up.
I don't understand. You have to have some type of other mind, bro, to kill yourself, to end your life. What little life you have to make a fucking difference in the world, you just gonna end it. One fucking try. Fuck it. You're gonna do it for a book. An old ass book, dog. You probably has family.
It's like, if you're going to do something for a book, do it for a book that's like revolutionary, right? Don't do it for a book that's like 2,000 years old, written by some goat herders and shit, uneducated, never went to school a day in their life. I mean, are you kidding me?
Right. Yo, and CNN, they posted something on Snapchat. Alleged executions in Syria. The UN said that it received reports about 82 civilians have been shot. So, like, more killing on top of killing. Like, I don't know what's going on with this weekend, but it's going crazy. People purging out there. I don't know what it is.
Check it. It's Islam, dog. And check it. Every time while we're at war with them, we go through. I watched this video the other day where they went through so much trouble, they put their own people in danger to try to not risk civilian casualties. But
what?
Still, yeah. The own military, they put them at risk. They literally told them where they were going to drop bombs. So then obviously they're not going to hit nothing because they're going to tell the bad guys too. You know, fuck. But, you know, they mow over hundreds and hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians all the time. And they put that shit on here as propaganda, and they call people who don't agree with them pigs and dogs and consider them not even human beings. And yet, one Muslim who is throwing a rock at an Israeli soldier who they know what that's going to cause, and he gets shot and killed, and a civilian, and they act like, oh my God, we're such victims.
Right. I can't help but see it as they're just throwing it in our face. Like, the more they keep doing it, and we just, all right, another one. That's what it seems like. Another one. Okay. Like, how many times is it going to happen? I mean, Ohio State happened, and then these three things happened. I know it's not on us, but still, it's the same people. We're reporting it. Yeah. Same people doing this shit.
Yeah, and they will, you know, it happens so often now, it's like they don't even have to say who did it anymore. We know who did it. We know. It doesn't really matter. Nobody else puts themselves in a car and runs over crowds of people, and nobody else fucking puts bombs in their fucking vehicles and try to blow shit up like that. That, you know, no one else is doing that. And if anyone else is doing that, it's been like, you know, when's the last time that shit was done? You know, they like to bring up Christianity, but it's like, when's the last time Christianity burnt somebody at a stake or crucified somebody or, you know.
Right. Or did anything that sort.
That shit's over, right? But this shit ain't over. And it's happening every day. And people like are just like blind to it. They're like, because we don't call it the Inquisition and they're not Christian, they act like it don't matter. Because they're Muslim. And it's basically the Muslims' Inquisition. They're killing everyone who doesn't agree with them. Muslims, Christians, everyone. I mean, right there you have them killing Christians at that church and killing Muslims at the first place. I forget where it was.
Fuck. It wasn't Egypt. Turkey. I think that's the first place I saw it.
Yeah. In Turkey, there was a bunch of ancient things too, and the ISIS and all them, they went in there and destroyed it, like Babylonian and Assyrian and all this like ancient world heritage sites.
That's gonna fuck us, bro. That's gonna fuck us so bad in the future, man.
It pisses me off, man. They ransack museums and they try to black market off all the shit they don't destroy. You know, they're fuckers, man. They're pieces of shit. Fuck them. They want to destroy our history. You know, like.
On a lighter, that's not a lighter note, actually. I had a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
I wanted you to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
All right. They better be Adidas.
And it's actually in the video. I don't know if I want to show you the video first and then tell me what you would do. I want you to be in the shoes of this cop, okay?
Uh-huh.
And I want you to tell me what would you do.
All right. So you want me to watch the video and then?
Yes, please. It was the first one that you accidentally showed. Terrifying footage. Third one.
Cool.
And then that's the short one. So just tell me what you would do if you were the cop.
Okay. And before I even watch it, I pretty much know most procedures for police. My dad was a cop for like 30 years. He was a firearms instructor for about the same amount of time. He certified a whole bunch of police officers, and he gave people CCL where I'm from. And so he would always, drill into my head all the rules and, proper firearm safety and, all that sort of shit. So I have a pretty good idea of their procedure and of just in general firearm safety. So yeah, thanks for presenting this. It's going to be interesting. All right.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, so it doesn't. You saw what happened. Well, it doesn't show him shooting the kid. It's a kid.
Okay.
But it shows the after effect and a little bit more info. He actually started helping him to stay alive after he shot him. So what would you do? I want to know, and then I'll tell you what I would think I would do.
All right. So the guy had a knife.
Two. They look like two long ones. They look like what? Fucking kitchen, those big ass.
Yeah, like kitchen knives. But killed with kitchen knives too. So, and it looked like there was a big ass crowd of people.
Yeah, they're in school, I believe.
Was he going after the people in the crowd, or what?
You see, I don't know, because you see him go like this, as in he's coming like a swing. And then you see people running, and then we get the picture. We get the other video of the after effect. So it sucks that we don't have the full video, but I think we're just playing a little world right here.
All right. Well,
maybe he did try to attack. We'll say that. Let's say that.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Like, he has two knives, which anyone can just have knives. Like, that there's nothing you can own knives, but if you are obviously like threatening anyone's life or attacking anyone, if he was swinging at the cop or other civilians, I think he deserves, like, the cop should take him down. But I'm not 100% on, depending on the immediate amount of danger, he could have potentially used non-lethal, but there was a lot of people around. So I'm guessing you can't really take that risk. Like, you can't take the risk of it. Taking him down and him getting in it only takes one proper stab to take somebody out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but couldn't that also counter? I'm just trying to counter your question. Like, what if you shoot that one bullet and it hits somebody else?
Yeah. Well, that's the reason police use usually .40 caliber, and they use hollow points, because hollow points are designed to use up all their energy in the space of a human's depth, right? So like a regular, like an AK bullet and shit, they tumble, but maybe that's not the best example, but like a 22, I guess that's not the best example either. Any bullet that's not a hollow point will generally just go right through them.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you miss.
Oh, there's always a chance of missing. But
you would take that chance?
You almost
and you
have
wouldn't
to.
Go. Oh, well, really?
Hopefully he's close enough where he can take him out. But see, that's the thing too, is there's that big ass crowd.
Can I finish the scenario? Can I finish the scenario so it's a lot better? Okay, say he swung, everyone ran. He is not in front of anybody no more. Say they're all in a back wall, and they all ran that way, and then the cop shows. So he doesn't necessarily see the screen, but he sees the people leaving that wall where he swung at. Now what do you do?
So are the people in immediate danger?
No, there's no one there. Well, there's maybe someone maybe 5 foot away, but let's say you have his attention. So you are now in his attention. Like he saw you after he swung and everyone left. He now here you say you come in screaming like a cop would, and then now would you got his attention?
Get down on the ground, yeah. So, yeah, like if my dad would always say, somebody with a knife can travel 20 feet and stab you within just a couple seconds. So,
damn, 20 feet?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it don't take that long to run 20 feet, man.
Oh yeah.
And if the person is 5 feet away, you could have a fatal stab within like a fraction of a second, basically.
Damn, yeah, true.
And so, I mean, I just feel like if anyone's life is in danger, it's the cop's obligation or any armed citizen's obligation to protect them. Any armed citizen is allowed to protect another citizen if their life is in immediate danger like that. So even if it wasn't a cop, you are allowed, and I'm pretty sure that they would be thankful, just don't miss. And see, that's the other problem with this one is that if there's a backdrop of other people, that makes shooting off your firearm a lot more dangerous, right?
Right, because I thought there would be like a quick delay, man.
I would put that gun directly to his chest, even if I had to get stabbed, to make sure that nobody else got hurt. If I was that cop, I mean, okay. I would, because I wouldn't want to shoot even with a few feet in between me and risk missing and hitting somebody else, And right. So I think I would just about let him, get within feet of me. You know what I'm saying? And then I would get so close to him to where he's going down.
You see, you might have changed my way of looking at it, because I do agree with you when it comes to someone else projecting harm against somebody. You need to stop it, right? Especially if you're in that type of figure. But you see, I don't know, because I think I would be too scared that I would. You see, I don't know. I think I would be a little bit cautious, not scared, cautious, because of if I do miss, I'm not only trying to kill a kid already, but now I accidentally killed a kid, or I hit a kid. So it would be hard, because I don't know what that police officer had as equipment when it came to non-lethal. But as a person, I think it would be hard, even in general, to kill a kid. Like you always hear those war stories about them. Actual grown men had to kill a kid or something because they had an AK or they had a bazooka aiming at them. You always see those fucking movies. So I think I would be in the same way. I would be hesitant. I don't know if I would freeze. I don't know if I would shoot him. But I know I stand for what you say, though. I understand what you say. So that's the way I would look at it. I don't know.
Yeah, cool. That is a tough one, because there's a lot of variables, and you'd have to do that calculation quick as fuck.
Right.
But also think about how guilty you'd feel if you could stop him and that guy got in some stabs and killed a couple people. Because this scenario has happened, and people have had guns. I heard this story one time. There was this chick and her parents went into a diner just to eat lunch or whatever, and she had a concealed carry permit, and she left it in her car. And she left her gun in her car. And then a guy came into the diner with a gun and he started going down the booth to booth, shooting everyone. Yes, and he killed both her parents, and he ran out of bullets on her. And she thought, I could have saved everyone in there. Everyone.
What are the odds?
Yeah, even if she would have missed and accidentally hit one innocent person, think about how many people she could have saved. And it's like, there's those times in your life where you're already put in this situation, right? Like, it's a lose-lose situation, and sometimes that's the situation we get.
True.
And it's like, nobody wants to kill a kid, right? But I also don't want to let him stab 2, 3, 5 other kids. I mean, I've heard about people killing over 20 people with a knife. You know, because like, yeah, like if you ban guns, you know, this is like in China and the UK and shit, you hear about this shit, and they'll kill like 20 people with a fucking knife. It's like they'll lock people in. I mean, what are you gonna do? Because nobody else is even allowed to have a knife.
There's a lot of areas we could just bleed out too, right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean,
I know how to knife fight, and that, you know, there are some extremely lethal areas. You get fucking nicked even close to the skin. You know, most states have a 4-inch. Most blades that you carry have to be 4 inches long, or under 4 inches long. And like our state, they don't give a fuck, which is good. You can carry goddamn, yeah, you can carry like Braveheart sword on your back and shit. You know, like
it'd be cool.
Or how about like a Link sword, or like fucking the dude from Final Fantasy, a big ass fucking, like, looks like a giant katana. Hell yeah.
Like have be one of the swordsmen in Naruto, have that big ass sword.
Fuck yeah. I want the one that Killer B got. It's like a lot.
Oh, that's just dope.
But I also like that explosive one out of those 7 ninja swordsmen. I like that needle one where you can like it'll like, you can control it in the air and it just stabs through people. You ever see that one? No. You see it in the 4th Great Ninja War. Anyway, we're good.
We could go in for days with that.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Fuck.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Oh, all right, we don't put it in 3 seconds.
Okay, so, and like where I grew up, they had pretty strict knife laws, except that like when I was a kid, I used to order knives and shit out of catalogs. That was before internet days, you know, and I'd like have some swords and shit showing up at my house. And I'm like 12, you know, I didn't give a fuck, you know, and they never seemed to care. But they have that rule under 4 inches because they always say it takes a 4-inch blade to get a lethal stab into somebody's heart, right? To go either through your ribs or underneath your rib cage into somebody's heart and get a lethal blow in there, or to get to the organs. 4 inches, what you need. But
damn, only 4?
Yeah, but
I thought they did that because they could probably save the person with the 4.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a lot easier to save them too. Yeah, because they're not getting any lethal, you know, they're getting less lethal stabs. But if you know where to stab, I mean, it's just like a 1/2 inch under your skin on your neck is your carotid, and you nick that motherfucker, you're toast. And right between your legs, you have your, I think they're called femoral arteries, and you have them on both sides, right on your inner thighs.
Uh-huh.
If you get nicked right there, right under, I mean, you only got to go an inch or 2 deep, and there's a big ass artery there. You nick that motherfucker. A dude I grew up with.
Gone.
A dude I grew up with got into a little like a gang skirmish and got shot right there and bled out within like 1/2 second, you know.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah.
Because like even with, I don't know, that's just crazy. You feel invincible until you actually learn about your body.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling about my young age.
Yeah.
I feel invincible, and then I learn about things that shit can happen to me easily. I'm just like, fuck.
And I'm gonna show you a few videos about people who fucked with people like in MMA and shit, and how. And this is what I'm always saying about like the difference between, you know, a street fighter and an MMA or whatever. I've got a few videos to sort of showcase that, and I'll bust it all out.
Oh, sure. You want to do that right now?
No, man. I think we should continue.
Oh, with the knife laws?
No, with your next video.
Oh.
That's pretty much all I had to say, you know.
I got one. I think I just got one more. And this is just, oh no, I got 2 more. This one is just a quick little video to show you. Remember that kangaroo one?
Yeah.
All right, so the dude came back for a rematch. And okay, when I saw this video, I honestly realized how, all right, you'll see. I'll explain after the video. Because people got to see this shit if they don't understand. If they don't understand what a real fucking... All right, let's just go.
All right, so it's the next...
It's the kangaroo found that dude. It's after 2 down after terrifying footage. 1 more down.
Did we already watch this, Deontay?
No, we didn't. Not yet.
Okay, so 2 down?
Yeah.
Right here?
I'm sorry, brother. 1 up. I can't count.
That's it?
Yep.
Look at those goddamn claws, man. That motherfucker is bowed. Look at them shoulders, dude. That motherfucker got some triceps and forearms. Look at that motherfucker's neck. He's like a goddamn
fucking window.
He's like a goddamn Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Look at this dog. He kicked it.
Man, he's like
Yo.
he's like bowing up on that motherfucker right there, dude.
Bro, he wanted his payback, bro. Yeah, I heard.
Bowing up.
I bet you that's his dad.
The dude that punched him or whatever.
Yeah, just to be a little funny. I bet you that's his dad. He came back for revenge. He beat my little son up, bitch.
Oh my god, that's funny fucking shit.
Yo, his nails was off the chain. His veins was popping out.
Its nails are like a dinosaur's claws, man.
I don't think I'd ever have a chance with that, yo. I need a shotgun, not even to get close with that shit.
And they have strict gun laws in Australia as well.
For real? Is there a lot of kangaroos over there? Like a lot?
Yeah.
Or they originated from there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Do they originate from there?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Because I hear a lot of shit coming from there.
Yeah, those motherfuckers, there's a lot of them, dude. I think they're red ones that are really huge, maybe even bigger than that. They get like 7 feet tall and shit, I'm pretty sure.
Those red ones?
Yeah, and they're like just super bowed up, dog. And,
I see this one that was even buffer than that dude. And he was buff as fuck. Like, it was all over Twitter because that video went mainstream. That one of him hitting them in the face, the kangaroo. So, like, everyone just had counters of funny shit. And then they showed this big-ass fucking thing just, I'm ready for the next fight. And it was going around like a fucking, like a round 2. Like, he's talking and someone's talking shit in the back. I need to find that video to show you.
I don't know about you, but when a wild animal is not scared of me at all like that, that's pretty fucking intimidating. Like, why is this motherfucker not scared of humans, dog? Like all the other goddamn animals. Like, how do you even, like, they must have no way of protecting themselves. He's hiding behind glass, and the other dude had to punch it. I mean, and they're bowing up on his dogs, and this one's bowing up on his fucking house. Like, these things are like a menace, it seems like. They ought to be able to cap these motherfuckers, dude.
For real. Defend themselves against kangaroos.
You couldn't even let your child go outside. It'd fucking murder your goddamn kid.
True. And it just came to his house like nothing.
If he wasn't there to fucking stick that kangaroo in its face, that dog looked like it was getting hemmed up, man.
Dude, that dog would have been done for, yo.
Yeah, so it's like, these things are a real fucking menace. Like, if that was me, I'd fucking sharpen sticks and make booby traps and fuck those goddamn kangaroos when it comes to my fucking family.
For real, that dog's fur was like all on the floor, like it was hanging off of him and shit. You could see it. I mean, I saw that video a couple times, bro. It's honestly sad for the dog. And for the dude, the owner, shout out to him. I don't know how close I would have got with the kangaroo like that, especially, I don't know. I don't know if I'd risk my life like that. I think I'll shoot him. Yeah, I wouldn't punch him. But that's the only thing you do. I guess.
If that's all that I had, I would punch him. But I would probably shoot him.
True, that seems a smart way.
I'm not gonna risk my fucking life to punch this thing in its fucking face. You know, it's like trying to kill my family member. This thing's going out. Because dogs are a member of your family, right? Like your pets are, everyone considers their pets a member of their family, usually, you know? Right. It's like, I would never let anyone, you know,
hurt my pets.
Yeah, or any member of my family or any of my peeps, you know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever I fucking have to. I'll throw dirt in that motherfucker's eyes and stick my hand down its goddamn throat. You know they say, if you're getting attacked by a dog, shove your fist down its throat. Because then it'll gag. Yeah, try to reach down in there and fucking, you know,
or you chop your arm off.
It won't chop it off. It's probably going to break the arm and everything anyway. So, you know, but if it's biting on your arm, try to stick your hand down its throat. Because then at least it'll gag and you're more than likely will freak it out. And then it'll be like,
I'm gonna write that shit down.
yeah, it's not like you'll ever need that, but I've had two close encounters with dogs. So
They're unpredictable.
yeah, man.
It's too bad they can't talk. I feel like my dog could talk to me, but that's just me being slow.
Well, you get used to their body language, so you pretty much get what they're, what they're thinking or whatever.
Right. So wouldn't it be crazy to just lay down in bed and think that a kangaroo's outside about to jack you up?
Man, fuck that, dude. I couldn't even go to sleep at night if they had shit hitting on the goddamn doors and shit like that, dude. How could you even sleep? I would think people are breaking in all hours of the fucking night, and I'd be shooting.
How can you not go outside and cap that?
I know, because
if that thing was hitting, as soon as it leaves.
If it's a bear mauling your dog, or if it's a bear hitting on your window like that, do you think it's just going to go away? Do you think, I don't know, man, depending on where he lives, that thing could hang around there. If that's it seems like it's coming back repeatedly. So
sure. If that's the same guy. I'm not fully sure. I didn't have any information if that's the same guy. But the caption that I seen the first video in, it said he came back for a rematch. So that's why I'm thinking that was the same. Because it just...
Yeah, when you told me that, I thought
it timed it so perfectly. It timed it so perfectly. So, full details, don't quote me on that, but I think it's the same. I think it's the same one. Not sure. You want to go ahead and show that the video if you want? Oh, actually, hold on. The one video you got on now, I kind of wanted to see what you would say about it.
I've actually seen this video before.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But you want to watch it?
I got it perfectly in my head. If you just want to talk about it.
Well, yeah, but our audience might not know.
Oh yeah, true.
So either you, if you have it in your head, you could either say paraphrase, because I mean this is 6 minutes long. We could play the whole thing, but or I could stop it whenever you want.
Just go whenever, bro. We could just go whenever. I mean, I think he gets his point in like 2 minutes in, and then he just explains it more. But I like the way. Oh, I don't know. I think it was just a good way that he just gave up in a way. All right, go ahead.
Let's watch this. And if you want me to stop it, just let me know.
Sad, yo. Sad.
Breaks my motherfucking heart over drugs. I'm guessing meth.
You can pause it right here, brother. I think when he said that, yo, this what hits me the most. I mean, right now, me growing up, I don't know. It's just like you start realizing things. And I don't know if I'm to the point where it's just like, I don't know if we have any hope as a society. Because it seems like it's going downhill when it comes to, I feel like technology, I don't know. There's so many aspects to it. But this hit me the most when he said, fuck society. How'd you feel about it? Well, how do you feel about it in general? What he
All right.
says.
I feel that we shouldn't be locking people up for drug offenses at all. I mean, the number one killer as drugs go are prescription painkillers, as far as I know. So the idea that we're locking people up for these other drugs, like they're allowing and only allowing them to put those extremely lethal substances in their body, and then they're saying these things that are actually less than that. You know, I'm an advocate for as many liberties and as few restrictions as possible, as long as people aren't hurting anyone else or stealing or anything like that. I believe that people should basically be able to do whatever they want.
Right.
And
it's just sad that you could put pedophile over that. What?
It's sad, man. It's like, yeah, I think our morals are mixed up. Our morals in law don't reflect our morals of our people, right? Like 80% of the population, between 70 and 80% of the population, smoke marijuana, and yet most, there's still only like 22 states, I think, that have it legal out of what 51 or whatever it is. And it's like and every time they put out a ballot for it, it always wins. And every time pharmaceutical, alcohol, and tobacco, they lobby against it, and they run all these tests and they try to find it in a bad light, and every time they do, it ends up with good results. And and that's been the going rate. And so it's really unbelievable. But they will outlaw certain things and then require other certain things, which are way more dangerous. And I don't think we should be locking anyone up for that. And I've said this many times over, but I really have a problem with locking people up for when they're not hurting anyone or anything. I mean, even animals go into altered states of consciousness. There are monkeys who are generationally alcoholic, and they steal drinks from tourists in Mexico, I think it is.
What?
Yeah, for generations they've been doing this. This is how the monkeys live. They live on alcohol. They're drunk all the time, and they steal all the tourist drinks. And there are monkeys that live in the woods, and they carry these fucking snails with them. And these snails, they lick them, and when they lick the snails, it gets them high. All across the animal kingdom, yeah. And there's frogs that get animals high, and different animals will lick them. They have all sorts of symbioses in nature where, like, the one animal will protect the frog, and the frog gets the other thing high. Or, yeah, there's all sorts of relationships like this in nature. And with humans, one of those relationships is with marijuana. As far as we know, our entire human history, and it's basically nothing but beneficial in both, like, altered states of consciousness, higher states of consciousness, and just people being able to fucking chill. And there are many things like this, and and every tribe across the world, every different race, culture, creed has ways of getting altered states of consciousness.
I think
it's a truly human thing, and it's never going to stop.
I think the big problem is these corporations.
Police that. Yeah, they want to police what humans naturally do. It's like if you suddenly make drinking water illegal, guess what? You're going to have lots of motherfuckers, like 80%, I heard, or more of our jail, people jailed in the United States are non-violent drug offenders.
Damn.
Dog, that's downright heartbreaking, man. Like, why are we locking up our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, children for these archaic laws that most people don't even agree with? I understand, like, this dude, he's had a rough go of it, and now he's in society. And you know what? In one way, I'm envious of him that he can be. Are you getting some weird feedback or something?
No, I'm hearing you fine.
You got something loud over there? Oh, I'm getting some serious interference, man. Nothing?
Oh, it's maybe my dog snoring. Maybe I can't hear him because
it's like a machine. Like some machine is going. Anyway.
No.
Where were we? Yeah, so I
feeling,
get that he would want to like bail on society or whatever, you know. I mean, he's had a rough go of it, but I don't necessarily think that's the proper answer. You know, I mean, things are getting better slowly, right? Like just this year earlier when they had the elections or whatever, like what more than a dozen states or whatever legalized it right from then, right?
right.
So
I think people are waking up a little bit.
people are waking up. I think it's getting better, but the whole thing about felons. Now, here's a mixed bag, right? Because in one way, if you owned a business and you had a person that already went to jail, I mean, say like it's drugs, and I don't give two shits about that, right? But say it wasn't drugs, say it was rape or murder or theft. Would you hire that person to work at your place, or would you hire a person that didn't have that? And there's guess what? There's tons of people that want jobs.
True.
So, you know, it's not that they won't hire. It's just that there's stiff competition out there, and who would you hire? Are you going to hire the guy that, you know, that went to jail? I mean, if it's just drugs. So I think that like if that were me, I'd be fine. You know, I would hire that guy. It wouldn't bother me. But to say that was rape, and you have a family business and your wife and kids work there. You really want that fucking rape? You gonna hire that guy? I'm not.
Hell no. I'm not hiring.
When you think about it, all businesses are ran by just people. Even if it's not the owner, it's a manager. And a manager is going to be like, say it's a female manager. She's not going to want to hire a goddamn ex-rapist.
Right.
Who the fuck would?
Right.
So, yeah, he gets lumped in with some people that really he shouldn't be lumped in with, right? Because he just did, if it was just some drugs, who gives a shit, right? Like,
true.
He shouldn't even be considered a felon, but unfortunately, he is. And
it's funny how all the other stuff, like when it comes to rape, murder, theft, when you find out they did that, now you are aware of that person. But if a dude did drugs, all right, so what?
Yeah.
You don't have to be aware that he sold drugs or he had possession. In this case, he just had possession.
Doesn't even matter either way, yeah.
Yeah. Like, no one would ever care. Okay, so he did some type of drug that no one knows.
Right. We shouldn't be policing human nature, number one. So, but since we are, I get why, you know, people have a bit of an issue with hiring felons. It's not that they won't. It's just that it takes more trust. Because, you know, there's a great quote, famous quote that says, it's easier to trust people you've just met because they haven't deceived you yet.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you know that this dude has done this thing, or you know that this dude over here, you're giving him a fresh shot, right? This dude already has one strike. Who are you going to give the opportunity to? It's not anything against that guy. It's just unfortunate that he's in that category now.
Sure. Could be over a stupid mistake or something.
Yeah, and nobody's an exception from that rule. It's not like, you know, there are black businesses out there and they're not hiring black felons, right? Because they know what's up. You know, they want to hire good people. It doesn't matter what color you are. This goes beyond all racial and everything. I mean, they used to they still do in a lot of Muslim countries, cut thieves' hands off in Sharia law. You know, there's video of it. If you ever want to see something brutal, sometimes they cut off their feet as well, but they just cut their fucking hands off right at the wrist with a sharp knife. And, you know, I mean, nobody, and that's an extreme, but in most cultures, like, they brand a thief and nobody fucking likes them. There's tons of videos where the law isn't strict, and look at LiveLeak, and they're like, they'll catch thieves and the whole town all the shop owners will beat the fuck out of them until the police come. I mean, damn near kill them.
What?
Tons. Look at LiveLeak. Yeah. Where like a whole row of shop owners, like they catch a thief and they all just beat the fuck out of them. I mean, almost kill them. There's tons. There are hundreds of these videos. This happens all over the world every day. Like, so, you know.
I mean, I even seen one with their, I think I told you, the sticking, or they hit him with, like, they were hitting him with sticks, canes. Yeah, because they didn't pray. They didn't pray.
They didn't pray. Man.
Well, that's what I said in the video. They didn't pray.
How do you know I wasn't praying on the inside, right? Like, I could have been thinking it.
He was just screaming, bro. Screaming. It was so weird to hear that scream. Just begging.
Sometimes they give like 100 lashes, which if you give all at once is a death sentence. They die. They
All
usually
at
die.
once.
Yeah, they'll
like
give them 100 lashes
100?
with a cane all at once. Yeah, but they're not just going like this. They swing that motherfucker so hard, and it's very long cane too. So the end of it is moving way faster than he's swinging the one end, right?
Damn.
And so it's just absolutely brutal. I mean, I talked a little bit about it on the other one, but I hear that even after just a few strikes, flesh is flying off.
Yeah, probably. I don't doubt it.
And I was like, man, that's brutal as fuck, dog. And that's Sharia. Sharia advocates for that sort of thing.
Reminds me of the Passion of the Christ or some shit.
Yeah. In the Passion of the Christ got beat with what's known classically as the cat of nine tails. It's like a whip that has 9 different ropes on it, and all of them would have like something sharp or weighted on the end. So when it hits, it would like stick in. Oh, you ever see that video? I don't know if we could show it, so I'll just describe it. Where I think they're Muslim, and they have this festival where they beat the shit out of themselves, and sometimes they'll use these like blades.
Yeah.
And this dude hits his back, and it splits a good like 20 inches open on his lat, on his back, wide open.
Kids do it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. There's some extremely fucking shit.
I don't understand how, like, it's just a ritual. Okay, we're just gonna do this.
Like old Roman Catholics and shit used to do that. You know, it's like a lot of them believe in that. Like if you beat yourself for your sins or whatever, or it's like bloodletting. Some of the cultures they do it because it's like bloodletting.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'll pass on all that, right? Like,
I'll pass. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, I could go headhunting as well, which they basically do that as well, but it seems so fucking primitive. It's like barbarians, man.
Head what? I'm sorry. What did you say? Head hunting?
Yeah, I said I could go headhunting, which, I just brought that up, which they do as well, but it just seems so primitive, so.
Fuck them.
Yeah, man, fuck them. I have a video about some Islam bullshit too that I'll try to get to. Do you want me to go to the next vid?
Sure, bro.
Cool. Oops. Here it is. This is the video. It just started playing, so I didn't get to give an intro. So I'm gonna go ahead and back it up here, and we'll watch it over. But I wanna say what this is. I don't have it up right yet, so let me put this shit up. All right, this is a group of refugees, Muslim refugees, in Germany. Germany was nice enough to let them in. I heard they do this scam where many of them say that they're 14, that way they can get in easier, and then they go to college and everything for free. And it's here in America too, just like the Ohio State terrorist thing 2 weeks ago. Even though he was vetted for 2 years. But these are some. It's a gang of Muslim guys, and for starters, they're refugees, right? You'd think these people would be dressed in rags and like. But look at them. They're dressed like how you and I dress, even maybe, I don't know, man. And for no reason, this is how they treat women, man. I mean, they do this in their own country, and this is how they do. They gang up, and they rape, and they beat, and they do all sorts of fucked up shit. They're primitive bastards. But check this out. This boils my blood, man. Come up behind her, front kick her down the stairs for no reason. Kick this chick. Face first on concrete.
Damn. And just walks away.
They don't even give a fuck. Like even that just goes to show, like even the people that they're with, there was like 5 of them, right? And even though all of them are there, none of them think it's repulsive to fucking do that. for no reason to some lady, you know. They think that she probably spurned some comment they had, you know, because yeah. This happens all the time, but this is just a recent one that just happened in Germany, I think just this weekend.
It seemed like he had no emotion to it. He just looked like let's
you
see
know,
her fall down the stairs and then just stare at her. I gotta watch the video again later, but
if a group of white
drink.
What?
Was that his drink? Did he went back to get his drink? I saw him like reach down to get a drink.
No, it was
just walk away.
No, when they were coming down the stairs, I can show you the video again. When they were coming down the stairs originally, the one guy kicks a bottle. It's really hard to notice, but yeah, like these stairs over here on the right-hand side. You see the lady right here?
Right.
And these stairs, there's a bottle sitting on these stairs, and the one dude kicks it, and then it goes down here to these other stairs. Yeah, everyone wants to know what's up with that fucking bottle, but it's just this weird thing that happens. And when the one dude walks, he completely covers it, so it looks like it appears out of nowhere. But yeah, there's videos. People have broke all this down, but don't worry about the fucking bottle, though. Don't get distracted by that. Everyone gets distracted by that fucking bottle. Don't worry about that goddamn bottle. Don't worry about that fucking bottle. This shit is important for different reasons. Think about this: if a group of white dudes went and kicked a Muslim woman down the stairs wearing a hijab, you would know those fucking white dudes' names, right? They would be already arrested, right? Like, it just boggles my mind. Like, Germany, this is how they act in a country where they're giving them everything for free, an entire life for free, and this is how they act. Stupid ass motherfuckers. Just front kick this bitch down the stairs, man. It's so fucked up. I want to kick that motherfucker down the stairs. They're fucking bullies. Look how they're dressed.
Do
these motherfuckers look like they're? Do they look like they're fucking disenfranchised and they're needy? They don't look like refugees, like what I would think of a refugee would fucking look like.
No, they look fine, dog. They look like they're living a decent life. I mean, they're just.
I would love to live in Germany. I ain't gonna be kicking German people down the goddamn steps. This is how they repay people's fucking kindness. Those pieces of fucking shit, man. This shit boils my goddamn blood, man. Fuck those motherfuckers, dude. And feminists are in bed with Islam, man, and they make excuses for them, and they say, oh, it's just they have a different culture, and you have to respect their culture. Okay, but if any other group of people were to kick that woman down the steps, feminists would be going fucking nuts about it. But you don't hear about it in the fucking news because they would have to say who the people are kicking her down the fucking steps, and that goes against their narrative because everyone knows that Islam is the religion of extremely peaceful front kicks and extremely peaceful beheadings.
It's unheard of, bro. That's crazy. It's in my lifetime.
Don't make no fucking sense, man.
So I'm gonna change.
I think the biggest challenge of our current generation, or whatever, however you want to say it, of our time, I think one of the biggest challenges of our current time is how we're going to deal with Islam in the modern world. Because every time Islam crops up, they get beat back down. Like, I just heard a story recently, Genghis Khan, he sent emissaries to, I want to say Iraq or Iran back in the day, and they beheaded his emissaries. So Genghis Khan came rolling through there and fucking murked a whole bunch of them, man. I didn't know that, but, just goes to show they time and time again in history, they crop up and they pick fights with everyone around them. They're pick fights with the whole world. Look, that was Germany. You showed me one from Turkey and one from Egypt. I mean, every day, all around the world, all they do is breed hatred for everyone around them and openly say how they hate them. And yet, you know, most people are just like turned a blind eye to it. The media has turned a blind eye to it, and yet we're just constantly under attack from these fucking barbarians, and we're supposed to feel sorry for them too. How we deal with this is one of the most, because it takes some real moral judgment. People have to think for themselves to realize that no, they're not all peaceful. No, this religion actually isn't like all other religions. The things permissible in this religion are not permissible in other religions. All religions are not equal. Some of them are death cults and blood cults. That's what that is, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anyone who doesn't like what it is, but that's what it fucking is. I don't know what to tell you, but when you think about what a person in a cult looks like, they're wearing black robes and covering their faces with masks, and you know, that's exactly what I see in Islam. Exactly. That is literally, I mean, like Fulsa Doom out of fucking Conan and shit. When you think about what a cult is, that is what you fucking think of. So, sorry, tough shit, but that's what they are. And if they didn't pick fights with the whole world, but that's why it's going to take some serious moral judgment for people, and people are going to have to engage on this one, or else, you know, they're going to, I don't know, man, or else they're going to fucking win with some global jihad, and we're all going to be, us or our children going to be subject to some fucking Sharia courts and shit, man.
We're going to have to be prepared, bro. I think
we need to tolerate, you know, I'm all for tolerance and equality, but we cannot tolerate intolerance. Like, we can't tolerate murderers or rapists, right? We can't tolerate people that are advocating for those things, which I'm sorry to say, that's what Islam does. That is their main fucking thing. Muhammad was a warlord. That is his occupation. So we cannot tolerate intolerance. They can either join the civilized world, or we can beat the fuck out of them for now and forever. The whole world, because that's, I mean, anytime anyone raises up against them, everyone beats them. Because they're so primitive, they don't have good technology. They don't. And so, anytime anyone raises up against them, their asses are hiding in caves and shit. And if we weren't fucking nice to them and worried about their civilians so much, we would mow their asses down. Sure. Anyone would. Russia would have. We already would have. I mean, whenever we want to, and whenever Israel wants to, they could nuke them off the face of the planet. It is only by the kindness of all the other civilized countries on this planet that they survive. And the nerve of them to go around attacking everyone, you know? It's like the runt of all the puppies picking on the biggest fucking dog. You know what I mean? It's like, you stupid motherfucker. Eventually you're going to piss everyone off enough, and they're just going to tear you apart. It is only by the kindness of the civilized world that we are letting them survive. Let's be honest. That is the situation. And how we deal with this, how we proceed, I mean, Japan did less than what they're doing, basically, in World War II, and we nuked them twice.
Damn.
And so that's what I mean. It's like we are tolerating intolerance. We are tolerating violence. We are tolerating rapists, a culture of the true rape culture and shit. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you click on your person, please? Just for real quick.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's see. It's all good. Just keep going. Do you want to go on some brighter side things?
Yeah. I was going to show a couple of videos that I thought were cool. One's cool and one's funny. You want to see it?
Yeah, sure, brother.
All right.
There we go. Your face is back in it.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Yeah, this one's just kind of cool and funny as well. It's just interesting. I've seen this video a million times. It's pretty old, but if you've never seen it, this shit is great for the eyeballs. It's interesting. Interesting as fuck, man. Let me throw this shit up. All right. Oh shit! Swole, swole. Yeah, right. He ain't even as thick as the roll of paper towels and shit, man. But he's like a little pimp in India, though. Check him out. Knight Rider beat.
I'm going to show off my style.
Big pimping, little style. Man, if you put a dot on his head, it'd take up his whole fucking head. Of course, you can rack out some pull-ups when you weigh 2 pounds.
Is that plastic? Gold-plated plastic?
Probably. Oh, he's straight dipping, dog. He don't got no goddamn rhythm, that's for sure. He's way off. He got a little dance stuff almost, though.
Why is all his fans guys?
He looks like he's Gumby or something. He got some weird. He got a little dance move, though. Check it. The
little man turns to a lot of people. Dog, he's gaining. He's doing it, bro.
Getting swole. Getting gains, yo. Gaining. Look at that. Doing upright rows. Oh.
Do you have a diaper on?
Hey, there's Wee Man. They have a diaper on. I don't know. Oh, he really got the move down that time. He only got that one move, but, you know, it looks good in them jeans. He only got that one move, you know. Oh, and a freeze. That's neat. Here's a treat.
They said good job, like he a dog or something. Like they was clapping and shit.
I know.
Oh my god.
Here's your treat. He think a little pimp. I don't know if this is his girl. It's probably his sister.
Dog, with dances like that, that's his girl, bro. With dances like that, that's his girl. I'm telling you.
Pimpin' style right there. Big
That was funny.
Woo! Yeah, right? Isn't that amazing? That's like I love those videos that it's like, yeah, it's like candy for the eyeballs. It's like it's so juicy. You just want to watch it over and over. You know, life is so strange sometimes, man. There's some fucking spectacles. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, brother, before I bounce, I gotta bounce. Right. I gotta ask you a question.
All right.
And it's a Marvel's question.
All right.
You're gonna be a Marvel character, okay? Yeah. You ready for this? Okay. So if you were Wolverine, you had to choose a squad of 3 people. That's including yourself. Who would you choose? So who are the 2 people you choose out of the whole Marvel universe?
If I'm Wolverine?
Yeah. Who would you choose as your teammates, your squad? And then after you answer that, I'm going to give you 3 people, and who would you go versus them? Would you keep the same squad? So.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, am I allowed to choose anyone in the Marvel?
Anybody in the Marvel.
Okay. Well, then I would choose Franklin Richards.
What's his power?
reality manipulation.
Okay.
So he's God.
Like
And
Jutsu.
way better. He made a whole pocket universe of Earth 616 with everyone who's alive on Earth was alive on his planets as well. It's our actual universe. He made a duplicate of it. That way he could go into that universe to try out different scenarios and shit.
Really?
Yes, he's basically God. Reality manipulation. Anything that he thinks up, he gets. And I'll also choose the Sentry. He's like Marvel's. Yeah, he's like one of the strongest superheroes in Marvel universe. He's basically like he could destroy Superman so fucking easy, but it's like Marvel's Superman.
Gotcha. All right, good pick. I don't know a lot about them, so it's kind of hard. But let me give you your opponents.
Okay.
You got Apocalypse.
All right.
Galactus.
All right.
And Thanos. Would you keep the same people?
Well, yeah, Franklin Richards can do what Thanos can do, which is reality.
So that could be a counter.
Franklin Richards is a god. He's basically God. He can do whatever he wants. And Thanos, I'm obviously thinking of when he has all of his shit. So I'm guessing he has the gauntlet, and then
Alpha, and they're Alpha Prime.
So then he's God. So both those two are God. But like Thanos, like if they were physically fighting, obviously he'd destroy Franklin Richards. But Franklin Richards can give himself whatever powers and abilities he wants. But basically, so can Apocalypse, who's also on that team. Yeah, like how come you get Apocalypse? Oh boy, and I get stuck with Wolverine as one. Like I knew Wolverine was going to be this giant weak link. Like why did I have to choose him as one? Because I'd rather because I obviously if I had a third,
I couldn't have you too powerful. Then you don't really have to depend on nobody. I can't just let you choose your own person. I know you're going to choose somebody too cool, so I have to make you weak.
The whole half the Marvel universe had to team up to fight Apocalypse or to fight Galactus by himself.
Damn, for real?
The same thing. Thanos, no one could beat him. No one. Thanos, he destroyed like almost half the universe and shit, but then he felt bad about it. He brought it all back.
What?
Yeah, but you ain't beating Thanos. If he didn't change his mind, he wouldn't have lost. Yeah, you can't kill him. Death banished him from hell or from death. He can't die. And with the Infinity Gauntlet, he can do anything he wants. So
yeah, I didn't know he was that powerful. And they plan on bringing him back? Dog, they better be doing something cool. Yeah, they plan on bringing him in the Marvel, right?
Yeah.
In the next Marvel.
Yeah. He's already had like cameos, and yeah, they're about to do a 2-part of. I hope they don't ruin it like they did Apocalypse, because I fucking love Thanos, and I love Apocalypse too. But they didn't. I feel like they didn't really do Apocalypse because. In my opinion, they kind of nerfed him quite a bit, and they also made him short. You know, like Apocalypse is supposed to be like 6-7 feet tall or some shit.
Right.
He was like 5'3". But you know, yeah, man, that's a bit of a lopsided team. But Franklin Richards could just about do anything, though. I mean, I might have a bit of a shot, but not really. I mean, those three that you got on that team would obviously mow over, I think.
Anything?
Well, yeah, I mean,
I did kind of cheat it in a way. I Google searched the top strongest Marvel characters.
but that's why I asked you. I was like, I mean, because like there's basically different classes of mutants, right? Like Wolverine is in like an Earthbound class, but Thanos, Galactus, Apocalypse, they could get off this fucking planet so easily if they wanted. Same thing with like. You know, there's certain people like Batman. He just stays in one city, right? But Green Lantern is part of our universe. So there are people who are out, like really out there, right? And so you gave me a person that's like bound to like Earth so tightly, right? And then you got like 3 universal scale.
I should have chose you to be bald dude.
Xavier.
Yeah, I should have told you to be him.
Yeah, and he's a
But
lot
then
better
you're
than
not so
Wolverine.
hopeless. You're not.
Yeah,
So
he's a lot better than Wolverine, but still, he's a big softy compared to the other ones. But you actually kind of can't kill Xavier either because he can transfer his spirit into other things. Like he could probably take over one of those other people's bodies if he wanted.
Damn.
That's what he does when Xavier. Like you can't really ever kill him. He's basically immortal in his alpha level. When he dies, he just goes into a new person. He can live in them. Pick whoever he fucking wants. But he's a good person, so he doesn't want to choose people. He'll choose a person that's in like a comatose state or a vegetable state, and like they're never going to recover. He'll pick their body.
Damn. That's that good life. Switching immortal.
Do you want? I don't know how much time you got, but did you want me to show another video or what's up?
Gotta bounce, brother.
All right, cool.
Gotta pack up.
Apparently got to my videos. We'll probably hit them up next time. They'll be there.
We will. We will
yeah.
get more shit.
Because that's what we love to fucking do. Look into fucking shit and tear it up or, give our ideas on it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, cool. Till next time, dog.
Till next time, my brother. Rican.
Yeah.